Erin Napier was born on August 30th, 1985, in the small town of Laurel, Mississippi. She grew up in a loving, supportive home, with parents who encouraged her to explore her creativity. Her mother worked as a real estate agent, and her father was a physical therapist. While they weren't wealthy, their home was full of warmth, care, and encouragement, elements that later influenced Erin's personality and values. From a young age, Erin was drawn to art, stories, and the charm of old houses in her neighborhood. She collected fossils, built natural history dioramas, and embraced her unique interests, even when other kids made fun of her for it. Despite the bullying, Erin never gave up on being herself. Thanks in part to her mother, who taught her to be proud of who she was. Described as quiet and introverted, Erin preferred spending time in her own world of creativity. Her deep interest in design and storytelling would eventually lead her to study graphic design at the University of Mississippi. She had dreams of becoming a designer, never imagining that one day she would be on television, inspiring millions. But her journey to success didn't come without struggles. At just 19, Erin began facing painful health issues that doctors couldn't diagnose for years. Through all the discomfort, hospital visits, and emotional stress, she learned one of life's hardest lessons. Sometimes, strength is quiet and personal. It was during this challenging time that she also experienced one of her life's greatest blessings, meeting Ben Napier, the man who would later become her husband and creative partner. During her college years, Erin met Ben Napier, a friendly, big-hearted youth minister with a love for woodworking. Their personalities were quite different. Erin was an artist and introvert, while Ben was outgoing and full of energy. But they connected deeply over shared values like faith, family, and community. Their love story grew stronger over time. And in 2007, Ben proposed with a custom-designed engagement ring. The couple tied the knot in a beautiful, heartfelt ceremony on November 22, 2008. Their wedding felt like a true Southern romance, with homemade decorations and the warmth of family and friends. After getting married, Erin and Ben chose to stay in Laurel instead of moving to a bigger city. They believed in investing in their hometown and wanted to be part of its growth and revival. They renovated a small loft apartment and started working on local design and community projects. In 2010, Erin launched a personal blog called Make Something Good Today. The blog served as a journal, creative outlet, and way to share small joys, from restoring vintage furniture to creating cozy home spaces. Her gentle writing style and hopeful message drew a loyal online following. But even while her online presence grew, Erin was still silently dealing with her health problems. For nearly a decade, she experienced unexplained stomach pain and fevers. It wasn't until later that doctors discovered her appendix had been perforated for years, causing internal infections. She finally had surgery, and while it helped, the experience stayed with her. That pain shaped the way she approached life, choosing to cherish the good days, face the hard ones, and never take anything for granted. Her journey through health struggles, love, and creativity laid the foundation for what was to come. A life in the spotlight that would begin almost by accident. Erin and Ben Napier never set out to become TV stars. Their rise to fame began unexpectedly when an HGTV executive stumbled upon their social media accounts and Erin's blog. Impressed by their creative home renovations and heartfelt storytelling, the network reached out with a proposal for a new show. The idea was simple: showcase the couple as they restored old homes in their beloved town of Laurel. At first, Erin and Ben were hesitant. They valued their privacy and worried about the effect of filming on their quiet community. But after some thought, they realized this opportunity could bring positive change to their town. More business, more tourism, and a fresh spotlight on a struggling downtown. They said yes. The result was Hometown, which quickly became a fan favorite. Viewers were drawn to the show's warmth and simplicity. Unlike other high-stakes renovation series, Hometown felt like a breath of fresh air. It was cozy, calm, and filled with Southern charm. Erin's talent for design and Ben's woodworking skills blended perfectly. But what truly captivated audiences was their genuine love for each other, their community, and the people they helped. Fans often commented that watching Hometown felt like sitting on a porch swing on a summer evening. Relaxing, familiar, and full of heart. As their popularity grew, Erin and Ben took on more projects. They revived Laurel Mercantile, a historic general store, with friends and turned it into a thriving business offering home goods, furniture, and apparel. They also published a memoir and expanded their influence far beyond Mississippi. Yet, even with all the attention, the couple remained grounded. Their success didn't just benefit them. It brought new life to Laurel. Shops reopened, visitors poured in, and locals found new hope. Erin and Ben had become the unofficial faces of small-town revival. proving that purpose-driven work could change not just a house, but a whole community. In January 2018, Erin and Ben welcomed their first daughter, Helen. Motherhood was a dream come true for Erin, but it came with new fears and responsibilities. Because of her previous health issues, she became especially protective and anxious. Like many new moms, Erin faced the sleepless nights, the pressures of parenting, and the overwhelming desire to do everything right. Throughout this time, Ben was by her side, supporting her every step of the way. He took on fatherhood with joy and continued being the steady, loving partner Erin had always known. But their family life was happening alongside the pressures of filming, running a business, and dealing with Erin's lingering health concerns. Even though surgery had helped, the years of illness had left emotional scars. Erin also opened up about her struggles with anxiety. She admitted that the pressure to always seem cheerful and perfect, especially as a public figure, took a toll on her. She wanted to be a great mom, a successful designer, a TV host, and a caring partner. Juggling all of this wasn't easy. Still, Erin refused to give up. She kept filming, designing, and growing her businesses, all while trying to create a happy home life. In 2022, she became pregnant with their second daughter, May. This time, her pregnancy coincided with the pandemic and the growing demands of hometown. Rumors swirled that the couple was burned out, and some crew members even described the filming process as a marathon with no finish line. But Erin pushed through, determined not to let down her team, her town, or her fans. She continued to show up even when tired, anxious, or sick. Erin made sure her daughters were protected from public attention. She shared only small glimpses of them online, preferring to keep their lives private. This choice sparked gossip and speculation, but Erin stood firm. Her family's well-being came first, and that was non-negotiable. As Hometown reached its 5th and 6th seasons, Erin and Ben had become household names. They launched spin-off shows like Hometown Takeover and Ben's Workshop, showing even more of their creativity and leadership. Erin also played a key role in Laurel Mercantile, even though she wasn't the only owner. Alongside 2 other couples, Erin and Ben helped revive the historic store, turning it into a brand that reflected their design style and values. The store offered furniture, home goods, and Southern-inspired products that matched Erin's well-known aesthetic. Although Erin didn't personally design every product, her influence was clear. The items reflected her love for nostalgia, simplicity, and handcrafted beauty. Erin also returned to her blog, but with a more careful approach. She chose to focus less on personal stories and more on inspiration, creativity, and community. Still giving readers value, but protecting her family's privacy. By 2022, Erin's net worth was estimated between $700,000 and $1 million, but for her, the true success wasn't in money. It was in the impact. She had helped rebuild her town, inspired millions of viewers, and created a balanced life filled with love, purpose, and growth. Still, Erin carried the weight of expectation. As a public figure, she felt the pressure to keep going, to always do more. She worried, like many working moms, about whether her daughters would understand why she worked so hard. In one interview, she said, "Every working mother feels it. I just try to remember that we are building something good for them." Despite the stress, she insisted on daily family dinners and made sure home remained her true sanctuary. Erin's story shows that true beauty isn't just in the houses she renovates. It's in her quiet strength, her dedication to family, and her ability to keep. As Erin Napier became more famous, she learned that public life came with both admiration and criticism. Fans adored her style and kindness, but the spotlight also attracted rumors and speculation. Some tabloids and online gossip pages started publishing untrue stories about her marriage, her health, and her children. Erin, who had always been open and honest with her fans, now had to draw firmer boundaries. She understood that not everything could be shared, and some things, especially those involving her daughters, needed to be kept sacred. In a time when many influencers share every detail of their lives online, Erin chose a different path. She began posting less frequently and only shared content that inspired or uplifted others. When false rumors spread about her appearance or personal life, she calmly addressed them when necessary, but mostly stayed focused on her work and family. She also spoke out about the pressure women face to bounce back after pregnancy. After giving birth to May, Erin refused to let social media dictate how her body or her timeline should look. She used her platform to encourage self-acceptance and reminded women everywhere that healing is not a race. Erin's honesty was refreshing in a world filled with filters and unrealistic expectations. At the same time, she continued to grow creatively, finding new ways to express herself. Whether through designing products, writing books, or filming television, Erin stayed true to her roots. Fame hadn't changed her. It had simply made her more determined to protect the things that mattered most: her faith, her family, her town, and her peace of mind. She had learned the hard way that mental health is just as important as physical health. So even when producers or fans pushed for more shows or appearances, Erin took breaks when needed. She chose her family over fame every single time. In doing so, she modeled what healthy boundaries look like for women in the spotlight. Erin's journey proves that you can be successful and still say no, especially when protecting your well-being and your loved ones. Looking ahead, Erin Napier shows no signs of slowing down, only growing in new directions. Her passion for preserving historic homes remains as strong as ever, but she's also deeply invested in the next generation. She and Ben have spoken often about the importance of creating a better world for their daughters and for all children growing up in small towns like Laurel. They've supported education projects, local arts programs, and small business grants to help others build strong roots in their communities. Erin's focus has shifted from just renovating buildings to building something more lasting: hope. She believes that design can heal, not just homes, but hearts. That's why her designs often include personal touches, local art, and family history. She doesn't just want people to have beautiful homes. She wants them to feel seen and loved inside those walls. In recent years, Erin has also leaned into her love for storytelling. She's co-authored books with Ben, including Make Something Good Today, a memoir that shares the highs and lows of their journey. The book offers readers a behind-the-scenes look at the real Erin, someone who has faced self-doubt, heartbreak, joy, and healing. She's also writing children's books, inspired by her daughters and her own childhood memories. These stories are full of imagination, kindness, and Southern charm, just like the life she's built. Beyond books, Erin and Ben continue to use their platform to promote kindness, craftsmanship, and community. They're working on new shows and ideas that continue to uplift small towns across America. Even in the middle of so many projects, Erin keeps her personal life steady. She's made it clear that her biggest role is not as a TV host or designer. It's as a mom, wife, and neighbor. She continues to show up every day with quiet strength, offering the world a softer kind of success. In a culture that often celebrates fast fame and flashy wins, Erin Napier reminds us that true beauty lies in the slow, steady work of love, healing, and home. Erin Napier's story is more than just a tale of fame and television. It's a story of grit, grace, and deep love for her family, her town, and her craft. From childhood struggles and hidden health battles to building a business and balancing motherhood, Erin has faced many challenges. But through it all, she's stayed true to who she is: a quiet creative, a devoted mother, and a fierce protector of the life she's worked so hard to build. Her journey shows that success doesn't have to come at the cost of your soul. You can rise in your career without losing your roots. You can inspire others without oversharing your private life. And you can be both vulnerable and strong at the same time. What makes Erin truly special is not just her eye for design. It's her heart. In every home she restores, every story she tells, and every choice she makes, there's a clear message. Love matters. Kindness matters. Community matters. In a world that often feels rushed, loud, and competitive, Erin Napier offers a different example, one of patience, purpose, and quiet power. Her legacy will likely go far beyond the homes she's fixed or the shows she's hosted. It will live on in the small town she helped revive, the people she's inspired to pursue their passions, and the daughters she's raising with love and care. Erin reminds us all that home is not just a place, it's a feeling. And with courage, creativity, and compassion, anyone can build a life that truly feels like home.